Come in, Riley. If you're there, pick up, please.
Yeah, hi.
Games where your choices actually matter. Yeah, that's one of my favorite genres. And my fave game in this genre is Detroit Become Human. Most of these types of games are on PC though. But since this channel is all about mobile, the big question is, are there any good choice-based games on mobile? The simple answer is yes. And today I'm showing you 10 mobile games where your decisions actually affect the story, the gameplay, or both. All right, let's see what I got for you. Starting with number 10, we've got Reigns. It's a super simple swipe game, but there's actually a lot going on under the surface. You play as a king, and every choice you make affects your kingdom's church, people, army, and money. Swipe left or right to decide things. Sounds easy, right? But if any of those 4 bars hit 0 or max out, you're out. You might be overthrown by a rebellious army, condemned by the church, eaten by your own people, or even die from having too much money. But don't worry, the game doesn't end there. You just get reborn as the next ruler, and the timeline keeps going. The game throws all kinds of characters at you. Advisors, weird animals, even demons. And the choices you make will affect both the short term and the long term. The art style is clean, the gameplay is super addicting, and there's more depth than you'd expect. It's one of those just one more try kind of games. And yep, it's available on mobile and Netflix. At number 9, we've got 60 Seconds. It's a wild survival game with a dark sense of humor set in the 1950s. You play as Ted, and you've got just 60 seconds to grab supplies and drag your family into a fallout shelter before a nuke hits. The real game starts in the bunker. Now it's all about surviving with whatever and whoever you manage to bring. Each day, you read journal logs, deal with hunger, thirst, sickness, and keep everyone sane. You'll have to make some tough calls. Who eats, who gets water, who goes outside to scavenge, and what they take. Random events happen all the time. Knocks on the hatch, creepy sounds, or someone slowly losing it. Your choices shape what happens next. You might gain supplies, get injured, or even adopt a pet. There are multiple endings, depending on how long you survive and what you decide. It's chaotic, weird, and super fun, especially if you like games where choices actually matter. At number 8, we have Lapse: A Forgotten Future. It's super similar to Reigns with that swipe left or right card system and 4 meters you have to balance. But it's set in a darker, post-apocalyptic world. You play as the president, trying to survive crises like war, famine, and disease, while uncovering a big mystery about time loops in your own existence. If any meter hits 0 or maxes out, your term ends, but like Reigns, you come back as the next leader to keep the story going. Choices affect short-term survival and long-term story, unlocking new cards, characters, and different endings based on how you play. The game blends serious themes with some dark humor and has a cool sci-fi art style, making it stand out from Reigns' medieval vibe. The mystery unfolds slowly over multiple playthroughs, which is deeper than Reigns' ongoing devil storyline. It's basically a spiritual successor to Reigns, taking the same addictive gameplay but with a fresh, intriguing setting. If you liked Reigns, you'll probably enjoy this one too.
What a night, huh?
Yeah, sorry about this.
So, what's the,
Oxenfree is a spooky story game where you play as Alex, a teenager heading to a party on a creepy old island. Things go wrong fast when the group messes with the radio and accidentally opens a ghost portal. The game's main style is walk and talk. You walk around the island while talking to your friends, and you get to pick what Alex says. You can interrupt people, stay quiet, or wait for your moment. The radio isn't just for music. It helps you talk to ghosts, open doors, solve puzzles, and hear secret stuff. There's a cool time loop twist too, where weird stuff keeps repeating. The game has multiple endings based on what you say and do. Now, nobody really dies in this game, but the danger is still there. You can get stuck in time loops, characters can get possessed, and friendships can get messed up for good. The pacing will feel slow since the core gameplay is mostly walking and talking across the island. But overall, it's a great game with a strong story and cool supernatural twists. Beholder throws you into a dark world where you're not the hero. You're a landlord spying on people for the government. Welcome to Carl Stein's life. You live in a country where laws change daily and get weirder by the minute, like banning apples or certain socks. Your job? Catch anyone breaking the rules. You can install cameras, search rooms, listen to conversations, and then either report people or blackmail them. You'll face crazy choices like, do I report this nice old guy for owning foreign music? Or keep quiet and risk my job? But it's not just about them. Your own family needs food, medicine, and money. So do you help tenants or sell them out to keep your family safe? The game constantly puts you in messed up situations where every choice feels wrong, but you still have to pick something. Tenants can even report you if you mess up, like stealing or planting stuff and getting caught. Your decisions decide who gets arrested, who escapes, and whether your own people live or suffer. The game's got a cool 2D dollhouse style view, and yeah, it's got a day and night cycle, but nighttime can be boring if you've already done your dirty work. You mostly fast forward through the night unless you're sneaking around, and if you get caught, let's just say the ministry isn't forgiving. Beholder's a hidden gem with a dark, clever story full of tough choices. It seriously deserves more love. Next is 80 Days. You play as Passepartout, the loyal valet trying to get Phileas Fogg around the world before the 80-day timer runs out. You plan every step: trains, boats, airships, even weird steampunk stuff like giant walkers, each with its own risks and costs. Yes, your choices actually matter. The cities you visit change the story completely. You might help a spy escape, fall in love in Cairo, or accidentally spark a rebellion in South America. Talking to the right person could unlock a faster route, or totally backfire and delay you for days. Even your attitude shapes the story. Will you be loyal, curious, or sarcastic? People react differently based on that. Fogg's health, your cash, and your items all come into play, and one bad move can throw the whole trip off. It's like a living book. Every playthrough tells a new story with new people and consequences. There's no single ending either. You might win the bet, lose it, or uncover something way deeper. It's mostly reading, so if you're not into text-heavy games, this might not click for you. But if you're a novel or manga fan who likes reading with real story, choice, and impact, 80 Days is a hidden gem you gotta try.
Max, what's going on? Where am I discovered
Life is Strange is up next. Well, we all know about this game. If we're just talking about pure choice impact, some earlier games on this list might do it better. But this ranking isn't just about choices. It's about the full experience. You play as Max, a student who can rewind time and fix her mistakes or make things worse. The rewind mechanic lets you see both sides of a choice, but that doesn't mean the consequences disappear. But even with that power, some choices still hit hard later. Relationships, emotions, and little moments build up to a massive final choice. If you somehow haven't played it yet, you're seriously missing out.
Listen, there's nothing you could have possibly...
Dad, stop. Last night, I had a dream.
The Banner Saga is one of those games that hits hard with every choice you make. It's set in a Norse-inspired world where giant stone creatures are back to destroy everything. You're leading a caravan of survivors, trying to stay alive, manage food, keep morale up, all while making brutal decisions. And trust me, there's no right choice here, just less painful ones. Sometimes you have to decide whether to take in starving refugees. Taking them in boosts your caravan's numbers, but drains your food and lowers morale, because supplies get stretched thin. If you turn them away, you save supplies and keep morale stable, but it comes at a moral cost and might affect how your group sees you later. That choice really shows the game's tough, less bad decisions, where there's no perfect answer, only what you can live with. In battles, characters don't die for good. They just get hurt and fight weaker until they rest. But outside of combat, your choices can still make them leave or die for good. The turn-based combat might not be for everyone, and some people might find the slow pacing between battles a bit too chill. But the thing that really stands out, the art. It's gorgeous. Every frame feels like a painting. The story is heavy, emotional, and honestly really well written. If you don't mind slower gameplay and love good writing, this one's worth playing.
There is no glory in war.
This War of Mine is a masterpiece, and probably the darkest game on this list. It's not for kids, let's just say that. You're not a hero or a soldier here. You control normal people stuck in a war zone, just trying to survive day by day. During the day, snipers are out, so stepping outside is almost a death wish. You'll scavenge at night, trade, craft, and hope no one dies or loses their mind. The art is gritty, the mood is heavy, and every choice feels real. Your people can starve, get sick, or become so broken they just leave.
You might come across a scene where a soldier is assaulting a woman. Do you step in and risk your life, or walk away and live with that choice? The game doesn't tell you what's right. It just makes you face the consequences.
Well, of course, at number 1 is The Walking Dead. You play as Lee, a guy trying to survive a zombie apocalypse while protecting a little girl named Clementine. The story is emotional and full of hard choices, and those choices really matter. People will remember what you say, they'll trust you or turn on you, and some characters might die because of your decisions. Clementine learns from how you act, which affects her in future seasons too. There's no easy choices. Sometimes you just have to pick the lesser evil. The ending is always the same in a general sense, but how you get there and who's with you depends on your choices. And that final scene with Clementine, it stays with you. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Big thanks for 2K subs. Seriously, I appreciate it a lot. I'll catch you in the next video, but until then, feel free to check out the ones on your screen.